Good morning again, guys. It's still technically morning, so yes, I can say that. I am getting a very, very late start to the day. It's almost lunchtime at this point. Yeah, I guess I should have expected this. The going out and running the last couple of days, because I haven't done it in so long, it hit me pretty hard. So I got up this morning and I was sore. So I laid in bed entirely too long. I actually had planned, I was supposed to be going into the office this morning, not for any work-related reason, but because food trucks were coming to the office and the company is actually providing us with free lunch. But like I said, I could not make myself get out of bed. So I got up, I did my morning meeting and everything, got cleaned up, and now I'm actually gonna start the work. I'm gonna start getting to work. So I'm definitely not gonna make it for food trucks, but we'll have some fun anyway. Repping my Roman Atwood Smile More t-shirt today, and that's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta smile and you gotta smile again. Smile more. The video I've been kind of teasing on the XDA channel went live this morning, and so far there have been a ton of comments, and the majority of them are actually good, happy, fun comments. Looks like so far we've got almost 3,000 views and 74 comments. So, you know, for an XDA video, that's definitely not bad within the first 3 or 4 hours or so. If you have not seen it, I will of course put links down in the video description to where you can find it. But basically what I did was I took the unboxing videos that I had over on the Twill.tv channel and I cut them up into teeny tiny little segments. I wrote down some lyrics, and then as I was writing them down, I was like, you know, I should say these over some sort of music. And then once I listened to the music, you know, I just found something on bensound.com, the same kind of music I use for these videos. Once I found that music, I started listening to the words that I had written, and I was like, you know, with a little bit of tweaking, this could actually be kind of a rap. So I spent an hour or two tweaking that the day that Christina took Duncan to soccer, and before they had gotten home, I had actually turned it into a full-fledged video, a music video of sorts. And it's not good, I realize that. It's not the best thing that's ever been made. It was just something that was kind of fun to do. And realistically, I could kind of see turning that into a here's how I do unboxings from now on kind of thing. Not saying I want to do every single unboxing like that, but for the big ones, it might be amusing to do it that way. Because, you know, everybody and their mother's done like a 1+2 unboxing. I did one. But if I had done one and rapped it or sung something, I don't know if you guys know or not. I don't know if I've even mentioned it before. But actually the beginnings of this channel, it was a music channel. Twill Plays was initially intended to be all about music because since I was 5 years old, in addition to doing technology stuff, I've been playing music. When I was 4 years old, I started learning about music, and then when I turned 5, my parents put me in piano lessons. So from then, for about 10, 12 years, I took piano lessons, and I've played all sorts of instruments other than that: saxophone, drums, trumpet, flute, whatever else. Then when I got to high school, my mom told me, you know, she knew that I was okay at singing. So she said, you know, there's this chorus that I'm in. So I joined the chorus and I started singing with them. And then it was, you know, there's a local theater troupe, musical theater troupe. You really ought to go try that out. And just for fun, just for grins and giggles, I gave it a shot. And I got a pretty decently sized role in Sweeney Todd. I don't know if any of you follow musicals or anything like that. Sweeney Todd is one of my favorite musicals of all time now because of that. They did a remake of it as a movie a couple of years ago. Johnny Depp starred in it. But that sort of inspired a love of musical theater for me. So over the next couple of years, I did several different musical theater musicals. I did musical theater stuff in college, and from there it just kind of didn't go anywhere. So when I started making YouTube videos, I said, you know what? Music is a really big thing on YouTube. Let me give it a shot. So I started doing my own music. There's a couple of videos on this channel that are actually private at this point just because copyright related stuff, but it was just something that was fun to do at the time. It's something that I would love to do more of, but I would have to actually produce the music, create the music, or have the backing tracks like I did with the bensound.com thing where they're royalty-free backing tracks and then I do stuff over top of them. But anyway, I've been talking for an awful long time now. I probably ought to get on with my work and get back to getting some lunch. Entirely too much stuff to do. Well, that is both awesome and crappy. I told you guys a few days ago I'd applied for global entry. That's sort of like TSA pre-check, but it also works for border protection. Very, very handy. Fortunately, I just got the email back from them that I've been conditionally approved for it, so that is awesome. Unfortunately, the next step, the next phase of the process is you actually have to go into one of their enrollment centers to go through the approval process, to have your fingerprints taken, biometrics taken, things like that. And unfortunately, that is a very long scheduling process. There are so many people that are trying to get through that you can't get an appointment for a really long time. So the first available appointment was November 3rd. and I traveled the last week of October. So I went ahead and scheduled my appointment, the earliest available they had, and I went ahead and called their center and said, what's going on? You know, why is it a month and a half out that you're scheduling? And apparently there's just that many people applying. So I said, well, is there anything else I can do? Can I, you know, are there any cancellations, anything I can do like that? He said, there are cancellations occasionally, so just, you have to kind of be on the lookout for it. So basically every single day up until my trip, I'm going to be clicking that little refresh button on their site to see if there's any openings at this one particular airport. So yeah, just basically keep an eye on it and hope for the best. So it may not be useful for this trip, but if it works out, at the very least, I would hopefully have this for future international travel, future travel in general. So I still, it's hopefully going to turn out for the best. All right, I'm nice and freaked out now. I probably should have pulled the camera out, but I had a little spasm. I'm not great with spiders. So I was sitting at my desk over there, and I was reading comments on this XDA video, actually. And I happened to look up in the corner of the monitor, and I noticed it looked like there was something on the screen. And I was like, what is that? Did I accidentally cough and spit something on the screen or something? And I looked closely, and I got really close, like a couple inches away from the screen. There was a spider on the screen. Yeah, right up on the edge, you know, where you can just barely... Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. It was a teeny tiny little thing. I'm not good with spiders for some reason. Probably shouldn't even say that. But yeah, quickly took care of it, and didn't have to burn the house down or anything, so we're good. So on a bit of a whim, I decided to, I told you guys I was going to test out the T-Mobile coverage around here. The way that I used to go to work, I'm on this weird back road at the moment, but previously when I had T-Mobile and I came down this road, I would lose service entirely. You know, it would drop off to 3G very quickly, and then it would just completely cut out. So I thought I would test that again and see how it works. So just sort of as I'm driving along here, I look down and I see I do still have 4G LTE at the moment. I'm not terribly far away, but I have driven a little bit out here, and I do still have 4G LTE. I'll probably stop here in just a minute and run a speed test and just see if it's working. I only have 1 or 2 bars at the moment. It was up to as high as 4 bars just a minute ago, but it is still connected. It does appear to still be working. All right, I went ahead and pulled over, and of course, as soon as I do, it changes. I've just occasionally been kind of glancing at the phone as I hold it up here while I'm driving. Not driving and texting or anything, just occasionally glancing down at it. And it has been going back and forth between 4G LTE and 4G. Right as I stopped, it went from LTE back to 4G, so I thought I'd run the test again and just see how it's going. That's kind of weird. It's spiking back and forth between 6 megabits and 14 or 15. So I might be right on the border of 4G LTE. Looking at T-Mobile's map before I headed out here, it said this entire area, this entire road, all the way over to the next town, was 4G LTE area. So I think their map may be inaccurate. The upload speed's less than 1 megabit per second. Not really that big of a deal, but still not LTE speeds. So it says the speeds are 17 and 1. I don't think that's entirely right, but I'm going to keep driving on for a little while and just sort of see. All right, I've pulled over again because I'm here at a junction of 2 roads, and it actually just now says 4G LTE. So I wanted to see, with 1 bar of LTE, out here in the middle of nowhere, oh, it says 2 bars now, what it does with that. So it says 8, 7... It's kind of going back and forth. It's definitely not the 16 it was just a second ago, but compared to the last time I tried this is actually significantly improved. It's better than the not having it at all. It says 9 for the download speed and almost 1 for the upload speed. So not great on upload, but still better than not having it at all. Anyway, I don't want to sit here and just waste your all's time with this. I just thought I would take a little bit of time to check T-Mobile's coverage and see if they've improved at all in the last couple of years. And apparently they have. We're actually going to be going out of town this weekend to see Christina's family, so I will be taking this phone along with me, and I'll be testing it while we're there just to see if they have coverage out there in the middle of absolutely nowhere where her parents live. So that should be interesting. Well, it's quite a bit later now, and Duncan has soccer practice again, so you can see him back there in the back seat in his soccer gear. Of course, time for another thrilling episode of Soccer and Sandwiches. another one of Duncan's favorite books. I'm testing filming on the LG Leon, by the way. What's the book called, Duncan?
The Day the Crowns Quit. And it's about me.
It's about you?
Yeah.
Show me.
Look, it says my name in it.
It does? Must be very special to have a book about you.
See? That's how you spell my name.
What does it say?
Duncan. To Duncan.
One day in class, Duncan went to take his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. So his crayons wrote him a letter?
Yeah, but it's not me.
Oh, it's not you. But it's got your name?
Yeah.
Oh look, it is much, much later in the evening, yet again. Yeah, so once we got home, ran Duncan through the bath, got him ready for bed and everything. The reason, I don't know if I'd mentioned this before, the reasoning behind me taking Duncan tonight to soccer was Christina had Bunko. Bunko, some sort of a dice game she plays with a bunch of friends. So while she was out playing that, I took Duncan to soccer. I got him bath, got him ready for bed and everything. She showed up right after I put him to bed, so that was perfect timing. Got the XDA video all done and ready to go. It's uploading right now. I actually spent a little bit of time dealing with some of this mess behind me. I really should have known this beforehand kind of discovery that I apparently don't own any phones that do Qualcomm Quick Charge 2. The LG G4 is supposed to, but mine does not appear to. I've got the super weird international USA version, I think. So a lot of the stuff that should work doesn't work on it for some reason. So it doesn't do 1080p 60 frames per second video, and apparently it doesn't do quick charge. At least I don't have a way to really tell that it's doing it if it is doing it. I've got the kilowatt charger over there somewhere. But it does not tell you the voltage that it's charging at. It tells you amps, but it doesn't tell you like whole amps. So when I plug something into it, it says like 0.1 or 0.22 or something, which I'm guessing is not right. I'm guessing it's divided by 10 or something, because when I tried other things, it appeared to be like 0.16 instead of 1.6. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I really don't know that much about it. So I'm just kind of guessing at it. So for the video stuff I've been doing, I ran some tests on my devices, and then Christina, as it turns out, she has the only device in the house that does Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0. She has the Motorola Droid Turbo, which according to Qualcomm's site, does Quick Charge 2. So that's a close one. Although if I'm reading it right, I think it may only do it when it's less than 20% battery life. So I may have to, I borrowed it from her this evening, but it wasn't below 20%. So I may have to have her run it down again tomorrow and try to see if I can test it again. I don't know. Anyway, so many videos I need to make, so many things going on, so many things to do. I'm allowing myself to get overwhelmed, which is not good. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this video up. Just got another email that came in, and I'm dreading even looking at it at this point. Basically, with my jordan@tool.tv email address, I've gotten to the point where I just don't even want to check it anymore because I'm so far behind on things. So I'm going to get this video done. I'm going to head to bed, and I'm not going to be able to go run in the morning, unfortunately. Duncan has an event that I'm going to take you guys along for, hopefully. I hope you guys had a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.